The area ranking I did for Mario and Luigi Dream Team was so bad. I mean, seriously, I'm pretty sure I explained my points the worst I've ever done. Seriously, I'm pretty sure I said, like, oh, this area is better than the other one, like, 3 times for some of the segments. It was just, it's a terrible video. So I'm glad I get to talk about the areas in a better way here, even though I wasn't the person that actually ranked them. You guys did, and there was actually a total of 75 votes, which I really do appreciate. So let's actually get started with this ranking. Actually, before we get started, I'm still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before summer break starts. Yes, it hasn't started yet, so I don't know how it hasn't started, but it seriously hasn't. So if you're into the Mario RPGs at all and you're not subscribed yet, I really appreciate subscribing. But other than that, let's actually get into this list now. So Blimport sucks. Just straight up, I don't like Blimport. It's filled with tutorials. It did get a single vote. Credit where credit is due. That one vote was to Blimport. I don't know why it was. I mean, when there's options like Neo Bowser Castle, Somnom Woods, Mount Pajamaja, and Wakeport, why would you vote for Blimport? Whatever. Blimport, it's filled with tutorials. The music is only okay in my opinion. All the people surrounding you when you first come in is kind of cool, but it's just overshadowed by the tutorials, so I just don't like it. It's very boring to me. There's so much. It's so slow, which is why I just don't like it. You obviously have to come back here for the jellyfish sheets where the Shy Guys take it and take it to Blimport. On my first playthrough, actually, I didn't remember what Blimport was, so I was completely lost when they mentioned Blimport randomly, and, well, I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. So because of this, yeah, Blimport kind of sucks. I just don't like the place. It's a bad first area. It's filled with tutorials. Understandably, I don't like it. So Dozing Sands is definitely a good location. I do like it. So it getting second to last on this list is not surprising to me at all. Why? Well, people will not be considering this place their favorite. It got 2 votes, of course, and I'm glad that people voted for it. But not many people are going to be saying, oh, Dozing Sands, that's my favorite location. Because there's just not a ton of memorable stuff here. I like it. I like riding on the drill. I like Lady Britta. I like collecting the Dozites. I like the second visit here getting the dozing mattress. I like the enemies here. There's a lot of things to like. But all that stuff is very unmemorable to me. Again, I like it, but I'm not going to be really remembering the stuff about Dozing Sands, and this is why not many people voted for it. I mean, there's just better stuff in other locations. And yes, this place does have some good stuff, like I mentioned, but it's not very memorable stuff, which is why I got second to last on this list. I originally ranked Pillow Castle worse than Blimport, which doesn't make sense now. It's still my second least favorite location in Dream Team, but, I mean, I don't like it. Obviously, the tutorials at the beginning are filled. There's a lot of them, and it's just so annoying. Just get rid of them. There's so much, and they go on for so long. And I guess that's kind of why I ranked it at the bottom. I know my justification was like, you're later in the game. This isn't the first area anymore, and you're still getting tutorials, which I actually still think is a fair point. But at the very least here, you're fighting enemies. I like the music here, kind of. I like the fireball that's, like, taunting you. He's kind of funny. Smoldergeist isn't a good boss, like, at all. There's just not much to like here. I don't like Pillow Castle that much, so it getting third to last in this list is pretty good for me. I'm glad that it didn't get many votes. I mean, it got 3 votes, and I do like the civilians here. I like the hotel aspect of this place. But, other than that, no, I don't like Pillow Castle at all. Before we continue, I just want to point out that I have a really stupid lisp now. I just got my braces off, and then once you have that happen, you have to get retainers, which means kind of like braces that you can take out. But since it's really early, I shouldn't take them out, so now you have to deal with me having a lisp for this video. Sorry. Mushrise Park is a connector area. This is the center of Pillow Island, and in my opinion, I'd rather go to the other areas that Mushrise Park connects to, because Mushrise Park itself is kind of bland to me. I mean, it's just a plains area. It's not as bad as a place like Sunbeam Plains, where that's extremely bland, because this place is at least colorful, and you do some unique stuff here. Like, for the ultimate mission, you have to break a ton of rocks, which is unique, even though I don't really like it. And the first time you actually come here, you're chasing Boss Brickle, which is somewhat fun, but in reality, this place is kind of contentless in my opinion. I mean, I like the aesthetic, I like the music kind of, but it's just kind of bland, which is why it'd be pretty low for me. I'm glad it only got 4 votes, even though I do understand why I got those 4 votes. This is a very calming place, and that's probably the best thing about it, but for me personally, that's not enough for it to be a good area. So Driftwood Shore is the beach area for Mario & Luigi Dream Team, and it's kind of bland. I mean, you don't really do that much here. The second time you visit, you go get the jellyfish sheets, which I do admit is pretty enjoyable, and then the first time you're just getting the dream eggs to hide Princess Peach, but in the real world itself, there's just not that much going on, so it's actually pretty forgettable in my opinion. I mean, I do understand why people voted for it. Again, the jellyfish sheets is pretty nice. I mean, it's a beach level in general, and the music is pretty cheery, but in general, it's kind of like Mushrise Park. I understand why, but I think it should be definitely somewhat low on this list. The first area that got a double-digit amount of votes was Mount Pajamaja, and yes, I do like this place a decent amount. I mean, Mount Pajamaja is pretty fun to navigate. I mean, think about it. You're climbing a mountain with the big massive bros, and they teach you both the spin drill and the side drill, which makes it even more fun to climb up. I mean, there's good bosses here, there's the memorable fountain, there's spin drilling into the big massive bros, showing the ice chunks. I mean, there's Momoshka here. The only thing I do want to point out is that I don't like collecting the attack pieces for the drop chopper. It's pretty annoying to do so. But other than that, this place is really good. Also, collecting the rock frame the second time you come back here is pretty good as well. You get to talk to the big massive bros again. They teach you the ball hop. So there's just a lot of things at Mount Pajamaja that I really like. So it getting top 4 is very deserving in my opinion. Maybe even higher. I really do like this place. Neo Bowser Castle is the last area in Dream Team, and just as you would expect, it's pretty good. I mean, 14 people voted for it, which is pretty understandable. This is the last area, and that means it's pretty good. I mean, the platforming is really nice. The puzzles here is pretty nice. The Dream Worlds here are pretty nice. The Kamek fights are pretty nice. I like, at the beginning of the Neo Bowser Castle, he puts spells on each door, and then it teleports you to a random door. That's pretty creative, and I do enjoy that part. But the main thing that I really like is Bowser's Dreams theme and the Neo Bowser Castle theme. I mean, they're so good. I did not expect it. I just completely forgot about the Neo Bowser Castle theme in general, but I remembered the Bowser's Dream, and obviously that's the thing you heard at the beginning of the video. I really like both of the themes. I mean, there's just so much to like. Just like Mount Pajamaja, there's so much to like about Neo Bowser Castle. Why did it not get higher? It's because not as many people voted for it compared to other areas. I do think it deserved to be number 2, not number 3, but it's still at a really high place, so I'm not complaining. I knew Wakeport was gonna get this high. I mean, not only is the Big Massive Dream very good, I mean, you have the Big Massive Bros here, you have the Popple and Wiggler fight here, you have the Skillathon, I think that's what it's called, you have that there, and there's just so many side quests to do in this place. But the most important part about Wakeport is that it's the town of Dream Team. It's a very calm and cozy place to be. It has an atmosphere that's very cozy. The music is very calm. I mean, there's just a lot to do here. And unlike other towns in other Mario & Luigi games like Toad Town, there's actually enemies here and there's actually puzzles. So it actually feels like a fleshed out area instead of just, oh, it's a town, like, buy some stuff or heal yourself up. It actually feels like a fleshed out area, which is pretty nice. It's probably one of the best towns in the Mario & Luigi series. So I personally really like Wakeport, and I knew it was going to get this many votes. I mean, I don't think it deserves to beat Neo Bowser Castle, but it definitely deserves to be this high. I really like Wakeport. Of course Somnom Woods was going to be number 1. I mean, it's my favorite area in Dream Team as well, so I'm glad that it got the majority of the votes. Well, not the majority, but it got the most amount of votes out of every single area, because it's the second to last area in the game, so it means it's difficult. It also has some amazing music. It has some great atmosphere, because it's a mysterious forest, and then there's just a ton of poison water, even though there's, like, thunderbolts and electricity. Weird, but it makes sense. There's a lot of platforming / puzzles here. There's a lot of breaking rocks. I mean, there's a ton of pillows to rescue, so you're going to be going from the dream world and back to the real world. There's just a lot of things to do, and once you get to the shrine place, you have to deal with this puzzle where you rearrange track pieces that you have. That's really fun, and I really enjoy that part. There's just so much in Somnom Woods to enjoy. I mean, also Pillodium, the dream point there, the big tree that you have to travel through. That dream point is huge. I mean, obviously the Z-Keeper's here, that's probably something holding it back, and the expert challenges here is just something that's a nightmare. So there's definitely some flaws with Somnom Woods, but personally, it's still my favorite area in the game because it's just so fun to traverse and experience. Thank you guys for watching this video. My next video will actually be on Color Splash. I'm going to be taking a tiny bit of a break from the fan voted lists, but after the Color Splash video, I'm going to get right into it. But other than that, if you lasted this long, I really appreciate subscribing. But other than that, G-bye.